Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and it's Saturday, and you know what that means? That means it's time for weekly purchases, the time of the week where we investigate what I found out in the stores, what the DHL, what the UPS, what the FedEx guy, United States Postal Service, you name it, my wife Angie, and our old buddy Waylon Jennings, what we found and what we picked up this week out in the stores. And if you guys were watching the videos on the channel this week, another big week of videos, as you guys probably saw, but if you missed it, go back and check them out. Friday, the weekly figure hunting video. This time, I took a trip to Omaha, Nebraska. I was out there for work. Said, you know what? It's nighttime. I'm going to hit some stores, see what Omaha has to offer, and that's exactly what I did. To mixed results. Omaha was a little disappointing this week for figure hunting, but a few things here and there. Hot on that hunt for Shredder. Hot on the hunt for the new He-Man this week. You can stay tuned. We'll see if we have those in weekly purchases later on in the show. Other videos on the channel, of course, our weekly Jakks Classic Deep Dive, the most disappointing Jakks Classic set of all time, a real heartbreaker. Definitely check out that video if you missed it. You can't forget our daily Star Wars unboxings, of course. Star Wars and much more. Some of those videos go off the rails into different stuff, so they're worth checking out. Even if they're not the coolest toys ever, it's fun to look at them, 20 plus years later in some cases. So Star Wars, continue with those. We also opened up the brand new Marvel Legends X-Men wave, the House of X. So we opened up every single one of those this week. So mixed results, some really great stuff, some okay stuff, but an interesting lineup. I akin it to the Age of Apocalypse set from 2020. Very comparable reasons and sets there. And then finally, we opened up a little NECA Gremlins, a sleeper unboxing. You guys know I love the Gremlins, and the first female Gremlin, the only female Gremlin, was finally released by NECA, so I did pick that up this week. So check out any of those videos if you missed them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that kind of fun stuff. You don't want to miss a video out there. So now let's get into some of the news of the week, or stuff that at least interested me that maybe interests you guys too, and you can tell me in the comments about that. We'll cover some news, then we'll get down to the weekly purchases. I got another big week this week. A lot of big weeks the last few weeks. I guess it's all in build-up to the 1-year anniversary show. We're almost there. We're almost to the 1-year anniversary to the channel. It's crazy. I can't believe it's been almost a year. No thoughts to really do a channel, and then it just kind of away it went. So here we are. We're about 140, 150 subscribers away from 6,000. So let's see. Maybe we can get to 6,000 in 2-3 weeks, whatever it's going to be. But towards the end of March, we will do a special channel show. We'll do a special video, the 1-year anniversary celebration. I guarantee you there'll be some surprise guests. There'll be some old friends, some old favorites, some old discussions, and a lot of surprises. So we'll do that as a one-off video at the end of March. So be on the lookout for that one. You don't want to miss that video. It will be a game-changer video. Mark my words. I'm calling it now. I'm putting it down in paper. So there you go, coming at the end of March. But some things this week we found out there. How about Scarlet Witch, WandaVision fever? It seems to be sweeping the nation, much like Mandalorian fever at the end of 2020. WandaVision fever is sweeping the nation, and Marvel Legend in kind, of course, is releasing a Marvel Legends Scarlet Witch figure. Wanda, of course, and then we're getting that White Vision, and we talked about those a little bit last week, but then Marvel Select, they're jumping on the train as well. You know Marvel Select, they got to get involved. And they have a Wanda figure coming out that is up for pre-order, I believe, Big Bad Toy Store, Amazon, all the usual suspects. That's coming, I think, later, really later in 2021. So if you're interested in the Marvel Select Wanda, pick that one up. For me, that's going to be a pass. You guys know my Marvel Select rules out there. They're a little blurred from time to time, but MCU Marvel Select, I'm not into that. That's my least favorite, I guess I would say, the Marvel movie figures. Those are probably my least favorite of the Marvel characters. I really do prefer the comics. I do get the movie Marvel Legends, but I don't buy the movie Marvel Selects. That's my rule, and I'm not breaking that one anytime soon, so don't make me. But there's that. Those are coming. We also saw some interesting stuff this week, some kind of out of left field stuff. The Loyal Subjects. If you guys have been in your local Walmart, over in the electronics section, they have some figures out there, some new line of all over the place. So there's Napoleon Dynamite. I think Angus Young's in there. They got Lord of the Rings guys. Well, they announced our boy Ozzy Osbourne. I'm all in on that one. I'll probably pick that one. That could be the first one I pick up. But they got a little Ozzy Osbourne. I want to say these are about 5-inch, 5.5-inch scale. Very small figures. Okay, I haven't opened one, haven't touched one. I've seen them on the pegs, have passed on everything so far. But Ozzy Osbourne, I'll probably pick up. You guys know me, I love heavy metal. I can't resist old Ozzy. But then they also announced the Ninja Turtles. And I think that's one thing that's missing in the collector's game right now is Ninja Turtle figures. It seems like there's none. Or it's Ninja Turtle overload at this point with Loyal Subjects, the movie turtles, the cartoon turtles, little kids turtles. There's so many different turtle lines these days. It's amazing how many are going on. And that property is getting spread out between everybody. So now you got Loyal Subjects in the mix. Definitely a pass for me. I'm sticking to my 2 turtle lines, and that's where I'm calling it good. You guys can tell me, are you picking up any of these Loyal Subjects ones? I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. Just not for me. Not for me at this time, and I think it'll stick that way. But I feel bad for some of those hardcore turtle guys out there. There's another new turtle line on the upper horizon here that you're going to have to start picking up. It's just the way it goes. So there it is. We also saw, speaking of turtles, we saw the nice in-package image and more detailed images from NECA as far as the Target exclusive 4-pack Turtles in Disguise. A very, very cool set. I guess we would call this very similar to that turtle set we got last year at Target, the one where they're playing all the instruments and stuff. I guess it's kind of that theme. I think the box size looks about the same. The only difference is these are cartoon turtles, not the live action, whatever you want to call it, turtles of that performance deal there. But very, very cool set. You know, it's going to be $125. That's a pricey set. But you get 4 figures, tons of accessories. This is a great way for those of you that maybe missed the turtles in the cartoon set way back when they were released and re-released. Another chance to get your plain Jane turtles if you want to take the disguises off them. So it is a little bit something for everybody there. It appeases the collectors like me that have those sets from before, giving us new accessories and stuff, and then it appeases the new collectors to finally be able to get their Turtle 4-pack right off the bat. So a little interesting note of that. So make sure you pick that one up if you're interested. I think probably in the next month we're going to see those out on the pegs, and we should see the frogs. We should see the first frogs pack very soon as well. So be on the lookout at your targets, that NECA anxiety, but we all have to take a step back, and I think we all have to admit at this point, the turtle anxiety is not as bad as it was beginning of 2020, summer of 2020. Things have gotten a lot easier. If you're out in the stores right now, there's a lot of different sets. If you go to a few different Targets, you could probably pick up 4 or 5 sets at retail right now, depending on your area. Rat King Vernon, NECA announced this week that more stock would be coming out on that. I've already seen some restocks on that one in my area, so I'm thinking that's coming for you guys as well. So be ready for that. A little Transformers talk this week. I don't delve too deep into Transformers. I still got all those Studio 86s. I got to find time to unbox one of these days. I dabble in the Transformers. I go in and out. I want to buy Transformers. I want Transformers to be up there with G.I. Joe. I just really struggle with the scale over the years and the way they've kind of done things. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what to do. But the Studio 86s, I guess I'm in on those. They did announce a commander class. Now, that's usually the really expensive $100-ish figures. And Rodimus Prime is going to be that with this big wagon and all that. They showed some pictures this week. Ugh, one of my favorite Transformers. I don't know if I just want to pay that much money for this one. I got to see more pictures, got to see in-box ones, maybe see it on the shelf and decide from there. That's one of those items where this week at Target, 25% off one item, that's when you swoop in and pick that bad boy up. 25% off, $100, sign me up. I'd buy that all day. But I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what Transformers. I don't want to go too far down the Transformers rabbit hole. I was way down it, and then I got so mad with the scale and the re-releases and stuff. I sold most of that collection 3 years ago, maybe. But I'm looking at maybe getting back into some of that stuff, but keeping it to my favorites. I don't know. Time will tell on that one, so we'll see. This week on the channel, you guys might have noticed on my social media, SirPaul64 Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. I was on Du Bois podcast this week, so check out my social media. There's nice links in there. Check it out. Sat down and talked a little bit of channel history, a little bit of my history, stuff like that on the YouTube podcast. Fun time, so check that one out if you missed it. Like I said, check out my social media. Make sure you follow and all that kind of fun stuff. This week also, Valaverse. I got the dreaded email from Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below, as I always say. Big Bad Toy Store. Sergeant Slaughter, the Valaverse, kind of the offshoot of G.I. Joe. Not under the license, but kind of around same scale, all that kind of fun stuff. They also release weapons packs, stuff like that. Unfortunately, the weapons pack and the Sergeant Slaughter delayed from March to July 2021. Hopefully no more delays. I'm really looking forward to this Sergeant Slaughter figure. I have never picked up any of these Valaverse G.I. Joe type figures. The Sarge was going to be my first one. Unfortunately, the delay, I hope there's not more delays, but we'll see. If I like that Slaughter one, I may dabble into a few more of these. So we'll see how that goes. But for those of you guys that pre-order that Slaughter, we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer, unfortunately. So that's a little bit disappointing, as you guys know. And then finally, DC McFarlane, they got announced the rest of that death metal line. You have Wonder Woman, you got Robin kind of like looking like the Joker. You got a weird looking Superman, a Batman, and then a Batman with guitar, the death metal Batman. That was the one I really do want. I was like, I'll probably pick that one up. Then I see the promotional pictures this week. It's the exact same figure. Maybe a little shade of color different, but it's the same figure. Instead of the big old weapon, he has a guitar. Come on, I am not buying that. I'm done with those lines. I was even thinking about picking up that third Robin. I think I'm just all out on the DC for the most part. Super Friends, give me the Super Friends. I'll pick those up. But it's just too much of the same over and over for me, and not enough. It's just not what I'm looking for. I don't know. I can't figure it out. I'm not a DC guy at the end of the day compared to Marvel, and you can only collect so many lines. And I was just really disappointed. Maybe you guys were too. Maybe you weren't. I don't know. I'm just telling you my opinions. I was hoping that Batman with guitar would be a little bit of a game changer, something different. It's the same figure. It's just basically a re-release with a different accessory, and I'm not paying $20 for that guitar accessory. I got enough guitar accessories laying around I can give my Batman if I really need to. So that's just my thoughts on that one. I was just kind of disappointed about that. And then also, I forgot to mention Extreme Sets. Hopefully you guys are familiar with Extreme Sets. They really class up your display. A lot of you guys that watch the channel have probably seen the wrestling arena, the backgrounds and stuff you can buy. Extremesets.com, I believe they're sold through. But pro tip from me, Big Bad Toy Store. You can also get those at Big Bad Toy Store. And what I've found, at least from where I live, it is actually cheaper to get via Big Bad Toy Store with their $4 flat rate shipping, where Extreme Sets charges you maybe $20-some for shipping. So just a pro tip out there, go to Big Bad Toy Store if you want any of those. But they had a ton of these go up on pre-order on Friday. A new wrestling backstage area, kind of a He-Man type thing, a sewer diorama, among other things. Top quality sets. I do love them. I do have a couple of the Ring ones. I've had the Transformers one in the past. So I can vouch for the quality. They're awesome. They're nice cardboard diorama pieces. A little expensive, but you get what you pay for with these. They are very cool. So if any of you guys are looking for those, I recommend Big Bad Toy Store, but you can also go to extremesets.com for those. So that's it. That's a little bit of the news that, I keep saying I'm almost done, but I'm not. I forgot. Late Friday, Hasbro Kenner, announced Ghostbusters, the old school Ghostbusters. We're finally getting the re-release of the Ecto-1. I'm all in for that. I wanted the Firehouse and I wanted Ecto-1. That's what I wanted. They are re-releasing to Walmart stores Ecto-1, up for pre-order via Walmart on Saturday, today. So if you want it, get a part of it. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order or not. I might play the long game. I don't think we'll have trouble finding these in the stores. If you guys, your stores are like mine, we're swimming in Ghostbuster figures. But that makes sense on that re-release of the Ghostbuster figures that has happened in the last 2 months. You got to get prepared for that Ecto-1. Hopefully the Firehouse. You want that stuff. Because you need Ecto-1, you need somebody to go in it. So you got to have those Ghostbusters on the shelf all the time. They did announce 2 new ghosts. It's the Toilet Ghost. I don't really remember that one. I did not have that one. But then there's the Eyeball. It was a Joe Eyeball. I can't remember the guy's name, but I did have that as a kid. I did love that one. I will pick that one up for sentimental reasons. So they got 2 new ghosts, and then you got Ecto-1 coming out. I would say, here's my pro tip. If you haven't got Stay Puft or Slimer yet, and you can still see them at some stores, I see them on my hunts, pick those up now because they're going to be gone forever and replaced with these 2 monsters. I think you're okay playing the long game on the traditional Ghostbusters figures still. So that's just my thoughts on that. But I'm happy to get that Ecto-1. I hope the Firehouse comes maybe around Christmas. Be a great Christmas present for me, for my wife. It'd be great. It'd be like I'd be pushing the kids around under the tree and say, hey, it's my turn. Let me open. I'm all in on the Firehouse. I need that Firehouse back. I really regret selling that back in the day. So a little Ghostbuster news. So I'm all in on that. So that's it for news. For real this time. That's it on the news. Album of the week this week, I was busting out some new wave British heavy metal. If you guys know, I love my thrash metal. I love my new wave British heavy metal. And I was listening to one of the stalwarts of the new wave of British heavy metal scene, and that is Angel Witch. If you guys have never heard Angel Witch, check out their self-titled album, Angel Witch. It's been re-released many times. One of new wave British heavy metal's 10 greatest hits, if you ask me, the song Angel Witch. A really awesome band. Didn't quite get to the heights of Iron Maiden. You know, they were around in the same venues and stuff as Iron Maiden coming up. There's stories out there that, you know, they were really drunk and wasted, and Iron Maiden stole the show, and all the record executives were there to see Angel Witch. Iron Maiden stole all the thunder. Who knows if that's 100% true, but that's how the legend goes. But Angel Witch, extremely underrated, highly recommended by old Kyle. So check out old Angel Witch. And that's it. We got a lot of purchases this week, so let's jump into the old weekly purchases. All right, guys, let's get into the weekly purchases. Another big week this week. A lot of stuff out in the stores, which is always fun to do. That's where I prefer to buy stuff out in the stores. But a lot of stuff via eBay, the Mercari, the Facebook groups, the stuff we've been used to over the almost 1 year anniversary coming up very, very soon. So a lot of big purchases this week and a lot of hot purchases. Got to get a deal. Got some deals this week, that's for sure. But one thing I was so excited about, you saw it in the figure hunting video. Already put them in my protective cases. There's our boy Hordak. Who do we got here? Stratos, another great one from the He-Man line. We got two more. We got Triclops, of course. And then you got Ninjor. So you got the new He-Man wave hitting your Target stores right now. Be on the lookout at Target. You guys know me. I got to get a loose set and an unpunched set. So a little story time here. Got to give a shout out to my old buddy Gage Octane. Midwest wrestling legend. Trained by Harley Race. Old Gage Octane. Anyways, long story short, Gage opens these up. I wanted an unpunched. He found an unpunched set. I found a punch set. We did a little trade ski because he was opening his up. He said, I'll take the damaged ones. I'll open it up. Got my unpunched right here. So anxiety lifted on this set of He-Man. I don't feel so bad. I just got to find a regular set to open up. That will come very soon. If you guys have seen the He-Man out on the shelf, they're not really flying off the shelf, I guess, to put it nicely, on a lot of them, unfortunately. Especially He-Man and Skeletor. I think you could walk into any Walmart in the United States and get He-Man and Skeletor right now. That's not totally bad, but when they're clogging the shelves like they are, it's really tough to get a second set out there. And I do see parts of the country of the United States at least, I do see Scareglow starting to show up at Walmart. So hopefully I can find two Scareglows, need an unpunched, need a regular one. Hopefully those will be a part of weekly purchases in weeks to come. But thank you, old Gage Octane, for helping me out with some He-Man. And then, of course, you probably saw it this week, the Hot Shredder Hunt. Super Shredder, Chef Boyardee version. A little bit of a repaint. I'm not a huge fan of this one, but I had to get it to be complete. I do like the darker color of the Shredder, but it's still a little too purple for me. I don't know if that picks up very well. It's a little glossy in there. But very cool. Walmart exclusive, $30. Do not overpay for this. From pictures all over the country of the United States, once again, these are everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but when they come to your store finally, there's pallets of them, it looks like, especially. It's just insane. So don't overpay. Play a little bit of the long game. Play the long game for at least a couple of weeks until your area gets this. But got to give a big shout out to my wife, Angie, doing the Lord's work out there. Poor Kyle over in meetings in Omaha. And she's hitting those Walmarts, doing some grocery shopping, and came across this bad boy. And then, might as well say, also these two bad boys. She came across all of them, picked it up, and she also helped out our old boy, that old outlaw, Waylon Jennings. He needed all three of these as well. She swooped in, got all of these. Just awesome work by my wife, Angie. But you're probably saying, Kyle, why did you get this extra turtle sets? Why did you need these? You already have these? Yes, I do. Thank you for remembering. But I needed this second set. As you guys know, NECA has that accessories pack that was pre-order last year sometime. I can't remember at this point. It's supposed to be out in quarter one. Well, quarter one's coming to its close very soon, so hopefully those will be in the mail soon. But all those accessories, I got those to use with this. These two will be used for all the accessories. So what you got to do, yeah, you could change and display and change your displays all the time. I figured, and Waylon Jennings is the one that convinced me to do this, that you need a separate turtle set. You can't be changing and doing that. You know what? Waylon, it's like the angel and the devil. And Waylon won. I don't know if he was the devil or the angel. Maybe a little bit of both. Who knows? But he sang me a song and convinced me. So that's what I did. I got both of these. Very happy to have the turtle set. Turtle anxiety done for another day. Thanks to my wife, Angie. And then, Waylon, I'll get you your set very soon. I'll even maybe deliver it to you. How about our old pal, Dakota Kai? You guys know I only buy my basics at the store. Well, I made an exception. Amazon had it for like $9.98. It just popped up when I was in Amazon. I said, yeah, $9.98, I'm going to pick it up. Same price as store, might as well. Came a couple days later. See you later. So I got Dakota Kai, first time in the line. Kind of a terrible figure. We'll unbox that one of these days. If you guys were watching my figure hunt, I was surprised. I fell off in my chair. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The Ultimate Warrior, Legends. We love this figure. The best figure of 2020. No warrior left behind. That's the motto. That's the war cry. That's the rally cry. No warrior left behind. And some just absolute animal out there took this warrior back to the store because there was no more some areas are getting a restock of this set. This store I'm in every single day. It's literally a mile from my house. It's the biggest Target in the city I live in. There's 8 Targets in my area. That is by far and away the busiest Target of the area. I check it basically daily. If I'm not in there, my wife's in there. So one of us is in there all the time. They have not restocked this. So either this was a return or some animal hid this somewhere. They hid it over in sporting goods or something, and somebody found it and brought it back to the aisle. But I couldn't believe it. I was stopped in my tracks, had to pick this warrior up. No warrior left behind. You guys know. That's the rules. That's what we got to do. And that's what I did. I picked him up. So there you go. How about the Rathtar? Now, I got this dirt cheap as well. $9 shipped. I love Star Wars monsters. I'm not sure if I'll like this one, but we'll see. I said I better pick this one up. And it comes with Balatik as well, one of our favorites. Or maybe somebody I can't even remember. My brain's leaving me. I don't remember him at all. But I got this one for like $9. Unboxing it on the channel. It'll be a daily Star Wars video one of these days. See you later. Get out of here. So I picked that up. Then we got more Star Wars. You guys know me. In these slow times of new stuff out in the Target, Walmart stores, I'm piecing together some of these Star Wars. I'm picking up these Star Wars, looking, doing the checklist, seeing who I need, planning for my Star Wars displays, obviously doing Star Wars unboxings. I'm starting to pick up some of these 30th anniversary collections. Got CZ4. There he is. See you later. Mustafar Lava Miner. There you go. See you later. Old Biggs Darklighter. I think this is from a deleted scene, if I remember right. There he is. Got a cape. You know, guys in a cape. See you later. Gotta love a guy in a cape. I can't wait. I think another 10 years, I'm going to wear a cape every day. I'll be of the age where it's socially acceptable to wear a cape out in public, and I'll be wearing it. I'll be rocking it. It'll be great. Maybe I'll need a cane by that time. We'll see. We'll see what my wife says. How about a little Naboo Soldier? There you go. See you later. And then Pax Bone Kick. Don't remember him at all. Apparently he really loves his brother. That's what it says on the back. He's just a guy that loves his brother. A rodent that loves his brother. And we'll talk about him in an unboxing video maybe sooner than later. See you later. He's got a funny story. We got to talk about it. How about a special thanks to one of the best friends, if not the best friend of the channel, old Sambro. Watches all the videos, comments, a lot of good conversation with Sambro over the last year. But look at this. He sent me this. He sees me working my razor blade, about cutting my fingers off, and he said, you know what, I'm going to send you a really cool razor blade. And that's exactly what he did. A little cool pocket razor blade, and it's got the fig cutter engrossed on there and engraved on there. How cool is that, Sambro? Thank you very much. I will use that. It's time for me to up my game, up my box cutter. So thank you very much for sending me that. That's very cool. How about another cheap Star Wars figure? The Flying Geonosian with Sonic Blaster and Attack Pod. You guys know I'm a sucker for these little grandma vehicles, I always call them. It's just a step above a regular figure, but a step behind a big, heavy-duty, expensive vehicle, and that's what this was. And it was $4, so I couldn't pass that up. I picked it up. See you later. Coming to an unboxing very, very soon. You guys also know I'm a sucker for a Wookiee, especially Yarua. Yeah, you heard it. Yarua, one of our favorite Wookiees of all time. He's the Wookiee Senator. You know, Wookiees can be senators too. See you later. Very good to see Chewbacca's friend, stablemate, what do you want to call him? I don't know, cousin. Also needed an R2B1, one of the few Phantom Menace figures I was missing. I've been playing a little bit of the long game on this one. I'm crazy about the long game. That Luke Skywalker I got last week, I could get it here for $5. But David Anderson found it for $4 on one of his travels. And I said, yeah, I'll pay $4. I won't pay $5. See you later. That's just the way it's got to go. Here's one that's kind of cool in 2 levels. So I don't buy these. Iron Maiden, you guys know I love Iron Maiden, one of my favorite bands of all time. Somewhere in Time could be my favorite Iron Maiden album. I don't know. You guys tell me your favorite Iron Maiden album, but Somewhere in Time is very high for me. I love it. I think it's a sleeper. A lot of good songs on there. Nothing like Stranger in a Strange Land. But this is the Outlaw Eddie Super 7 reaction figure. So I do buy all the Motorhead ones of these. They have to be unpunched, though. And I got those. I keep those on card. This one, however, you know what I'm going to do? I saw this, and it clicked in my brain when I saw it at the toy store. I said, you know what I'm going to do? When I get my Star Wars set up, and I get that Cantina bar set up, you know who's going to be in that Cantina bar sitting over the corner? It's going to be my boy Eddie. He is going to blend in perfect in my Star Wars display. It's going to be a little Easter egg. So a year from now, whenever that video comes out, you guys see, I'll probably say, who spots the Easter egg in the display? Will you remember Eddie? Will you remember to look for Eddie mixed in with all the other aliens? See you later. So there's a little tip that's going to come in the future, but I thought that was just a cool idea. I impress myself sometimes, you know? How about a little Omaha trip? So as I said earlier, went over to Omaha to work. Haven't been to Omaha in about a year. I used to go to Omaha about once a month on my travels. When I traveled a heck of a lot more for work, COVID obviously stopped a lot about that, but getting back into dabbling, going back out in the Midwest, making the rounds, ran into Billy Peck out there from Major World Order podcast. If you guys check that out or not, definitely give it a listen. It's a podcast about a podcast, so there you go. But check out the NWO. But I ran into Billy Peck out there. We hit a Target and a Walmart, and saw him at the Pop Culture Utopia. I think that's what it's called. I can't remember. I don't know how I'd never been to this store before. A lot of cool stuff, toy lines from over the years. You know me, I'm always looking for things, so it was fun to go through that shop and see what they had. Might have to pick up some things next time I'm in that town. But I saw something, it stole my heart, and it didn't let go. You guys know how that goes with me. And I saw something I had back in the day that I sold. I didn't really regret selling it back in the day, but then I saw it in that store. It was $50 for the entire set. I said, you know what? I can't pass that up. I got to pick this up. I just have to. And we're talking about old Jim Lee's Wildcats right here. You guys remember Maul? You probably remember Grifter, kind of a Gambit type character. Of course, what was later? Spartan? Yeah, Spartan. Then you got Warblade. Yep, Warblade. Of course, Zealot, the female there, the swordsmith. And then Void, kind of their computer type person, whatever you want to call it, knocking them over. But I saw these $50 for all these. It was actually like $49.58 or something. Under $50 for the whole set. Obviously, there's a couple of villains and a few others that were in later sets, but this is basically Series 1. Had to pick these up. Just a blast from the past. I love these old Playmates figures. I love the Wildcats Image comics when they came out. That was my collecting wheelhouse. I was all in on Wildcats and Youngblood and some of those other ones. So I had to pick these up just for memory's sake. Maybe I'll unbox all these on the channel in a video just to see how they are. But I remember these being pretty cool figures. I remember just kind of mad they didn't scale real well with the Toy Biz X-Men figures, but they were all right. I like these. A bit of a sleeper set, a bit of a forgotten set. Obviously, not a lot of people with attachment to it because you can buy the set for $50. But I tell you what I really want. One of my most wanted lines, and it's something I got to finish one of these days. Playmates also released Savage Dragon. I absolutely loved the Savage Dragon. I want to get all those figures. I really like that set. I'd love to get the Savage Dragon. And then also they had 3 of the 4 Ninja Turtles. As Billy Peck helped me point out, for some reason I was remembering 4, but there was only 3 of them released. But I gotta pick up the Savage Dragon set one of these days. Getting very hard to find though, a lot harder to find than this set. I'm just hoping one day I'll walk into one of these toy stores in my travels and I'll see them sitting there and I'll get the whole set like I did for this for like $50. Maybe I'll get lucky one of these days. We'll see. But if anybody's got a lead or can point me in the right direction of the Savage Dragon set, let your old boy Kyle know. I would be a buyer. So there you go. All right, let me clean this stuff up like we've been doing the last few weeks. These weekly purchases videos get so long. Let me clean this up. And we'll go around with round 2 of weekly purchases. All right, round 2 begins. Let's get after it. We got some more Star Wars. You guys know, I talked about it a little earlier. I love those grandma vehicles. Had to pick up the Episode 1 ammo wagon with Falumpa set. Falumpa set. There it is. I love these. You guys know I have all these things now, I believe. I do. I got all these little grandma vehicles for Episode 1. I'm going to put these all together on my display one of these days. It'll be really cool. So I got that this week, so very happy to pull that one out. I also went to a toy show, and for $9, I haggled $1 off. It was $10. I got it down to $9. You got to get a deal. I said to the guy, I said, hey, man, I got to get a deal. Give me this for $9. And he said, you know what? I will give you a deal, and I will give it to you for $9. And I said, do you take pennies? And I gave him $9 in pennies. It was awesome. But Star Wars Force Link, Han Solo movie, what is this called officially? Kessel Mine Escape, the Kessel Mine Escape. A little display piece. Obviously, this is a huge peg warmer, target clearance for a long time. But I got this for $10. I said, you know what, I'll put it together. Maybe it'll look cool, maybe it won't. I'm only out $9 after I gave him my $9 in pennies. Looks like it's mostly a cardboard, not a lot of plastic involved, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be a sleeper hit, we'll see. But Han Solo display, arena, whatever you want to call it. Same toy show, $4. Obi-Wan Kenobi, another one of those kind of grandma vehicles. $4. I said, it's worth it. We'll see what's going on. We'll see if I like it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. How about Jack's Ruthless Aggression style figures? We talk about it a lot. We're getting dangerously close. There's only, I think, a couple left. And they should be here this week. We should be done. There's one very hard one I'm still waiting on. Hopefully I can close a deal on that one very soon. We'll see. But Rock hit it strong. You got to hit it strong if you're the Rock. And that's exactly what this did. So we hit it strong. We got the Rock, the final Rock I needed. I got, like I said, I think I have 2 more coming next week, and then I think we're down to 1 more. 1 more, and we'll be done with the Jax set. So more to come. Stay tuned. We're almost done. The long haul, getting it done in 1 year. Every single Jax Ruthless Aggression figure ever made. So there it is. Some dirt cheap Star Wars. Who do we got? What's this? Is there a name on this? Oh, yeah, there it is. Resistance Gunner Paige. Oh, yeah, Paige. She used to wrestle. And then she went to Star Wars. I'll never forget it. See you later. We got, Han Solo. You know he's got his Endor gear on from the Return movie. Return of the Jedi. Got to pick that one up. See you later. What do we got here? Oh, General Hux. There's old Hux. See you later. And then our old pal, one of the Peg Warmer Hall of Fames of all lines, our old pal Rose from Star Wars. And we're going to go the opposite way with her. We're going to go long. See you later. Get out of here. So there you go. Are we almost done? Oh, we got 2 things left. So one thing we ought to do first is I got my Major Wrestling Figure Podcast card for the mail. We always unbox these. We unbox them live on weekly purchases. Did I get a special card or did I just get a regular one? Let's see. Let's see what we got. Did we get an autographed one? Did we get anything special? Can I get the card out of the pack? Oh, and there it is. Nothing special. Just the traditional card. 3 smiling faces, 3 good friends of the show. Well, Brian, Mark, and Matt. There they are. Through the door this week. Got my special card. See you later. Now we're to the final piece. The final piece of weekly purchases. And we saved the best for last. You guys know I kind of joked about this. We did a little Wampa Luke Skywalker doll unboxing a few weeks on the channel. It was fun. It was kind of a quirky piece, something I never thought I would own. And then what happens? I stumble upon something else. I said, you know what fits with those? This is a pretty cheap price. I feel like I should get this. It's so weird looking. I'm picking it up, and that's what I did. So here it is. It's a big one. Han Solo and Tauntaun. Look at that. How big is that Tauntaun? I love it. It's just so funny. I don't know where I'm going to put this. I think I'm going to, whenever I go back to the office, once I stop working from home, I think my office, I'm going to have this big old Tauntaun and Han Solo sitting on one corner. I'll put the Wampa on the other corner. I'm going to have my own Hoth scene. I might even get some of that, like, fake snow and put that all over my desk. Like, I'm just working in Hoth. I'm just sitting on my computer, taking notes. Yes, buy, sell, buy, sell. I'll be doing some of that kind of stuff while I'm playing with these. So, I don't know, but very, very cool piece, I thought. The Tauntaun really took it to the next level. I just said, I wonder what this is like. I can't even imagine what this cost back in the day. It's probably like a 50, 60, 70 buck thing. Not anymore. You can get it for $30 like I did. You just got to find these at these little toy shows and toy stores and stuff like that. And you, too, can be an owner of Han Solo and a Tauntaun. So there it is, another big, big week of weekly purchases. We'll see what next week brings. I don't know if there's anything really hitting the stores. I don't know if there's a lot of things I'm looking for. So next week could be a fairly slow week. But you never know. You never know what's going to hit. You never know what's going to come. That's the beauty of it all. Being surprised out on the figure hunt. Being surprised your pre-orders come in. But I'm sure we'll have something for weekly purchases next week. We always have something. And next week will be no different. So for weekly purchases, I'm Kyle, and you know what I'm going to be doing. You guys know by now. I'm going to be strutting and strolling. I'm going to be rocking and rolling into the weekend. I'll see you guys all real soon.